Windows System State Backup or Windows System State Backup Module versus Windows System Backup or Windows System Backup Module. There are two types of backup that you can perform to backup a Windows machine. For example, Active Directory domain services on a domain controller. One is System State Backup and two, Critical Volume System Backup. A System State Backup should be run before you make changes to your system. For example, Windows Update, while System Backup should be made if you also need to preserve the installed applications and data when you may need to do a full system recovery. When performing a System State Backup, the system components that are included in the System State data depend on the server roles that are installed on the computer. A System State Backup includes at least the following data, plus additional data depending on the server roles that are installed, such as Registry, COM plus Class Registration Database, boot files, Active Directory Certificate Services or ADCS database, Active Directory database specifically of New Technology Directory Services, Directory Information Tree or NTDS.dit, System Volume Directory, Cluster Service Information, Microsoft Internet Services or IIS Meta Directory, and system files that are under Windows Resource Protection. You can restore system state to the same server or another server with identical hardware. However, Microsoft does not support restoring system state to different hardware. With the MS Windows System Backup module, you can back up all critical volumes rather than only backing up system state data. This module backups the selected volumes entirely. When you back up the critical volumes on a domain controller with the MS Windows System Backup module, the backup includes all data that resides on the volumes, which include the following: the volume that hosts the boot files, which consists of the boot manager file, and the boot configuration data or BCD store, the volume that hosts the Windows operating system and the registry, the volume that hosts the system volume tree, the volume that hosts the Active Directory database for NTDS.dit, and the volume that hosts the Active Directory database log files. Take note, a volume is considered critical if any system state file is reported on that particular volume. More information on system state and system backup or bare metal backup or BMR can be found on this Microsoft document. To view the MS document, go to learn.microsoft.com. Then search for backup system state in bare metal.